The Central Intelligence Agency is one of the world's most powerful surveillance and intelligence agencies. So, what happens behind the closed doors of such organizations around the world? Let's find out. The CIA was created in 1947 with President Truman signing the National Security Act. From there, the CIA has grown into an often shady organization, mostly doing investigations, intelligence, and weirdly, research. One of these so-called research projects was called MK Ultra. So what was this project? Well, it was essentially to learn how to control other people without their knowledge. In other words, being a brainwashing program that used dangerous drugs like LSD and hypnosis to try and brainwash people and control their behavior, where LSD was the most commonly used drug to disable one's mental defenses so they were more susceptible to carry out tasks set out by the CIA. The MK Ultra project started in the 50s and went on to the 60s until Congress started to put a red flag to it in about 1975. In connection to Operation Paperclip, where the CIA actually hired ex-Nazi scientists to take part in MK Ultra to find answers on how mind control can be done. Moving over to the surveillance role of the agency, in the past decades there has been massive leaks about NSA CIA coming out, exposing the true nature of what they're keeping tabs on. But this is just the tip of the iceberg in regards to the surveillance world. For example, there is a beautiful town in Australia called Alice Springs. Just a few kilometers away from this town, if you drive down a long road, you'll hit a sign saying no trespassing. If you go past the sign, you will be arrested. You have just ran into Pine Gap. The Pine Gap facility runs a program called the Five Eyes, and it is a surveillance and intelligence program ran through the Five Eyes, which consists of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the US and the UK intelligence services collecting metadata on everyone's daily calls, messages and browsers. So this is massive. While Australian government and the US government have kept Pine Gap under wraps as much as they can, it's starting to become public knowledge. And the guise is that all this collection of data is to be able to limit terrorists from carrying out attacks. So how does Pine Gap get a lot of their surveillance? Well, they get access to 3 spy satellites, and these are Orion 5, Orion 7 and Orion 3. These satellites can pull metadata and calls and everything from as far as Russia. So it pulls in loads of information for them to go through. The Pine Gap facility was built in the 1970s, joining mostly the CIA and Australians to work together as to get surveillance, but also it was used as an early ballistic missile detection system to make sure that it was easy for the US to detect if Russia and other countries launched ballistic missiles. If you like this mini documentary, make sure you go check out these videos, make sure you subscribe, and thanks for watching.